3 classes. And it goes over all the details of next mortgage and what to expect and how the everyday payday works and all those good things. So, and then as far as the new loan officer in the space, we have an academy program where if you're a brand new loan officer in the space, and you're going to commit to doing at least 2 loans a month, and you're going to give that effort, we'll bring you on, right? If you don't do that, and give that commitment, we're going to let you go. But we'll bring them on. We have an academy program. We have 400 to 600 people in that academy program at any given time. Brand new loan officers to the industry. We're constantly training those new folks. Because those new folks, they know this business better than we do. Right?
So how many, so 400 to 600 per month, how many wash out?
Out of 400 loan officers that come into the academy and new to the industry, probably 300 from wash out. That's just the reality. For every one of you that have a license and that were in this industry for 4 years, there's 5 or 6 more of you somewhere else that didn't make it. It's just the truth.
Pablo?
I actually love this question because we spend a lot of time on our onboarding. I spent a lot of time on infrastructure before we started hiring people because we wanted to make sure that our experience was second to none, especially when it came to onboarding. So our onboarding is amazing. I do I do a call twice a week where we do a presentation to maybe like 5 or 10 LOs, whoever's has interest in our company. We'll do a structured overview of everything that we have to offer to make sure it's a good fit. And once the loan officer, and then after that I do one-on-one calls with them, we go over compensation. And then once that takes place, we begin the actual onboarding process. And it's all done online, virtual. They can, all the applications, background checks, everything's done virtual. And they'll get electronic forms, they sign everything. Once they're done with that, they get a series of emails from everyone on our team, an introduction. They'll get calls from everyone so that they know who the players are and who's doing what and who's gonna help them. And then once on top of that, once a month, we do about a 4-hour orientation, and every department head is on that orientation, telling you what they can offer you guys in terms of social media, IT support, and all that great stuff that we have to offer. So we do surveys every time we do an onboarding to make sure that we're on point and that the loan officer has a great experience. And I've had nothing but great feedback with our loan officers that are coming into the company about the onboarding process. To finalize the onboarding process, the license does have to be sponsored, and that, depending on what state you're in, it could take a few days to a week or whatever. But I'm very proud of our onboarding process. I think we have one of the best out there.
Hello. So we always focus on technology. So our onboarding process based on technology. When the new loan officer joins, the system automatically generates what needs to be done on every department. The new loan officer can see what needs to be done, what is being done, and what to be done. At the same time, every department like IT, we set up a website for the loan officer. HR will go over the paperwork. So the whole thing is straightforward. Everyone can see what needs to be done. And we can handle a lot of loan officers because we use technology. And because we use technology, we love new loan officer. I know that most of us here are picky on new loan officer or non-producing loan officer, but we love new loan officer. We believe that they are young doesn't mean they don't have potential. Doing the business in our industry, it's all about networking. How big is the network? How people like you? It's not because you are new or not. We love new loan officer. If you have potential, we love you more. We take them on, and we have the best support out there. If you have a new loan coming in, the LOA will help you guide you step by step. We make mortgage so simple that any new loan officer can join and get it done and get 5-star reviews.
When I started at eMortgage, and this is no knock, I know that Joe has improved the process overall, but I felt completely on island. Joe was originating at the time, sitting there trying to get some time to understand some things. And it was one of my favorite things. And it just wasn't, it wasn't the type of experience and so that was something when we launched West Capital that we wanted to change. And so we made a very concerted effort. The idea, these are, most of them are W-2 loan officers. They're coming from consumer direct, they're coming to West Capital. They're used to systems in place, a one-week onboarding, having a trainer, having a production manager, having everything taken care of that from start to finish. And so, coming into the wholesale space, it was a challenge for me. And I've seen a lot of loan officers fail because they didn't have the right support structure. And so, yes, we make it, our onboarding is, I would say, second to none. It's 2 days. If people, even if someone's from Florida, fly in, if they're in Oregon, they're going to come in. We're going to make sure that they're going to have 2 days of a true understanding of this model, the positives, the negatives, technology, systems, and then they're going to spend time with their leaders in the company, understanding what their playbook is, how they're obtaining business, what is their strategy. So I think that's one of the things that I think lead to the retention of LOs at WestCap, and then also, I think our numbers speak for themselves from how many active LOs we have and how many of them are actually funding loans is based on that onboarding experience and that in-office real hands-on experience.
All right, this starts my next question. What does being an independent broker mean to you?
No, I don't know what to say about
Like,
that.
compare that to the document. What is an independent? Yeah, what does that mean?
One of the benefits.
Truly sucks at the end of the day. Look, I was in retail for a long time, but I mean, what a crock of shit that they're selling you on. I mean, they're selling you on service half the time because they have to try and do that because brokers use wholesale and we have to deal with underwriting. But in retail, when I was stuck with a retail underwriter, right, they didn't pick up the phone. They didn't even stand there with their holes. Right? And I certainly couldn't walk across the aisle at any of the companies that I was at to go and talk to them. But when I'm in wholesale, they know that we have choices. Those retail underwriters know we don't have choices. But here we have choice, and they know they better answer their call because the wholesale companies do a great job. And large companies, I bet we all might have this luxury. We have our own underwriters at these companies. They underwrite only our loans. So we're very familiar with these underwriters, right? And then they pad, I mean, you guys priced a retail rate sheet recently? It's like 600 or 700 bips. Right? So they have all that massive middle-level management that they have to pay at the cost of you, the consumer. So, and they can't sell rates, so they try to say, oh, well, it's in service, but with some of these wholesale owners, we're crushing them in service. They make a lot of money, so they can do a lot of advertising. Right? And listen, I stuffed this down loan officers' throats when I was in retail for a long time. And all that good stuff, but none of it's true. It's actually bold lies on the part of retail.
What is being an independent broker?
I love this question. When I graduated from UC Santa Barbara in 1997, I was pursuing a career something like a probation officer or something like that, right? But I quickly realized that I needed to work. I got a job at Wells Fargo. I became a loan officer quickly. I love the interaction with my borrowers. But I was retail, and fast forward to about 2001. By then I was at General Motors. I was a top producing loan officer, and one of the things that I realized is that I was losing business to these brokers. And I'm like, what the hell's a broker, right? I mean, So then the more I investigated, the more I realized that I needed to become a broker because that was my career path. I'm going to help customers. I need to be positioned in a place where I can have as many options to help my customer and not turn away anyone. I realized this in 2001 when we had no support. You basically had an office. All the lenders did was come in, take. They provided no technology, no service or anything, and maybe a few basketball tickets or something like that, right? And for us being here, this awesome team right here, I know the dedication, the labor, the work it takes to build a company and to build a structure that we're building right now for the independent brokers like yourselves. It's a ton of work, and that's why I have mad respect for everyone on here because we're dedicated. We work really hard for you guys to provide a space that we didn't have. And the great thing is that we have the ability. We get to create the space for you guys. For me, true independence means that we have the option 100% regardless of how big any lender is and trying to tell us what to do or not to do, whatever. We have every right to pick who we want to send our loans to and who our partners are with. That's what a true independent broker to me is, and we got to fight for that and continue to keep that independence.
Hello. So all of us here, we come here. We are independent, right? The retail loan officer, they are dependent on their company. They have no choice. But with us here in wholesale, we have so many choices, right? But we have to also look at our business. I think most of us are not doing enough for our own business. We need to shop around a lot more. Even within all of us here, after today, you should go home and do side-by-side comparison for your own benefit. You are an independent loan officer. You have the right to shop around so that you can offer your client the best pricing. All of us here and all of the brokers out there, they all promote that they have the best rate. But you know that who has the best rate or not, right? You should do your homework. You should compare pricing, service, support, technology, everything that needed to make sure you can be competitive, you can grow your business. So my recommendation, go home and do a comparison. I try to turn the heat up a little bit because we need that, right? Broker Pro. So go home and do homework. And if you need help, I would love to talk to you, help you compare.
Daniel?
I think back, it took me 17 years of being in retail to finally make this change. And God, I kick myself for not doing this a long time ago. But yeah, I think being independent is everything. It's control. It's, Al Bennett over here, one of our top guys, he's even hit $200,000 this month, right? And just like me, 20 years in business, and he appreciates, we were at a top producer dinner, and it's like, look, this model gives me everything because it gives me time, right? Control over my time. And I think, I have 2 kids, and I value my time more than anything, and that's what I do now. And so, regardless of the money, regardless of, the difference in pricing, I think being an independent originator gives you the control of your time. And to me, that's what I value most.
So when I met Danny, actually, he was retailing. He's like, man, I'm making $400,000 a year on W-2. Like, it's fantastic. And he made like $400,000 in like 6 days when he switched to the independent model. But my point here is that the reluctance that is embedded in a retail originator's mind to go independent. It's like almost like they're hypnotized to believe that wholesale is bad. And the stigma associated with the independent channel, I just don't understand how much effort goes into retail to create that stigma. They literally they're like terrified of the independent channel when they come in. So we as brokers have been battling this stigma for decades now, post-recession. I don't know retail because I never was in retail. All I know is that in 2001 I became a broker and I got my own broker's license because every broker I worked with didn't give me my commission. So it was a very shady business. Thank God. Yeah, thank God it's not like that. With guys like us, we pride ourselves in immediate payouts and he pays every day, we pay every day, so that stigma from a mortgage broker is totally omitted. But to answer your question, being an independent broker means you're a complete entrepreneur. You're not relying on me. You're not relying on us. You're not relying on West. We are just a conduit for creating your success. Now, we all have to compete for that person's business. We all have to compete. to make that person better. We all have to compete for perpetual innovation and improvement, and helping that loan officer achieve another level of success, because if they're stagnant, they're not winning, it's our fault. And
So, you all sound like you covet your independence. So does the Rocket Ultimatum restrict that? Pablo?
Can you ask the question again?
Ask the question again?
Yeah, well, you sound like independence is your superpower, that you covet it. So does the WM, ultimatum restrict that?
I believe that we need competition. Competition keeps us on our feet, keeps us from being lazy. It forces us to provide better tools, services, to become better versions of ourselves. Without competition, then if we monopolize a certain thing, and we don't have our competitors to check us, we can run in a path that may not be suitable for the people it self-services, right? So, there's some danger with eliminating certain competitors, I think, in my view, right? From playing in the ball field. But at the end of the day, our job, we shouldn't get caught up on what our wholesale lenders are doing. Our wholesale lenders shouldn't have too much power over us and to dictate what we can and not say and do whatever. Our job is to our loan officers to provide them the best tools, resources, lender options that are available out there, and let the loan officer decide which lender is going to be best for their borrower. That's my take. Huh?
It does limit choice, right?
It does.
Limit choice?
Yeah.
I used to be the top loan officer, top broker with both European and Rocket. And it was a tough choice for me. But I advocate independent broker model. We should have choice. And the moment that European gave that ultimatum, I picked Rocket. They got mad at me. So a lot of things happened after that. As you can see too, what's going on out there with AM, broker better, they have been exclusive. They anti-broker model, and they always say broker are better. Whoever say one thing and do the other thing, we shouldn't work with them. And that's my pick. I refuse to work with whoever say one thing and do the other thing. You do the opposite. We should keep our integrity. I can go on and go on, yeah.
I think everyone knows what my stance on this is. Choice is our superpower, right? And West Cal